Yo, the internet is literally on fire right now. And no, it ain't your average rap beef or some petty Twitter clapback. Fans are in complete shock over what just dropped behind the scenes involving Lil Durk, Asian Doll, and the heartbreaking, mysterious death of King Von. This ain't just a story about loss or loyalty. Nah, fam. This is some next-level betrayal and drama that's got the whole rap world shook to its core. Sources close to the situation are whispering about secrets Lil Durk and Asian Doll never wanted to come out. And trust me, these are truths so raw, so explosive, they could flip everything you thought you knew upside down. We're talking backdoor deals, family tensions spilling into public chaos, and hidden alliances that nobody saw coming. And here's the kicker. Some new leaks suggest there might be a connection to King Von's death that could shatter the very foundation of Chicago's rap scene forever. But hold up, I ain't giving it all away right now. That's for the deep dive coming next. You'll want to stick around because this story's got twists that'll leave you shook and your jaw on the floor. Ready? Let's get into it. Yo, so here's where the whole drama really starts to boil. Picture this. The Chicago rap scene, already a pressure cooker, is suddenly cracking at the seams after King Von's tragic death. Everyone thought it was just another senseless street shooting. Another loss that would be mourned, memorialized, and eventually fade away. But nah, fam. What went down behind the scenes is something way darker, way more twisted, and way more personal than anyone imagined. And at the center of all this, Lil Durk and Asian Doll. Two names you know are tangled in this web. But what no one knew until recently is how deep that web really goes. Let's rewind a little. King Von and Lil Durk were more than just collaborators. They were brothers. Blood ties forged through the chaos of the chai, grinding together, stacking paper and rising from the trenches. Von was Durk's protege, but more like family. The kind of bond you only find in those streets where trust is everything. Now Asian Doll, she's not just some girl on the sidelines. She's a powerhouse in her own right. A rapper, influencer, and someone who's been linked to Durk for a minute. But the thing most don't know? Behind the flashy posts and public smiles, the vibe between Asian Doll and King Von was complicated. Rumors had been swirling for months about tension, unspoken beef, and secrets that could ruin everything. It all started to unravel after a series of cryptic posts from Asian Doll on her socials. She wasn't naming names, but the energy was icy. Fans noticed she deleted pictures with King Von, unfollowed Durk, and posted mysterious stories hinting at betrayal and heartbreak. One viral post was a screenshot of a DM from an anonymous user saying, "Not everyone you call family has your back." This wasn't your usual social media flex. This was a warning. The streets buzzed with speculation, and soon enough, a leaked voice note hit the internet. In it, Asian Doll's voice cracked with emotion, whispering, "How could you do this to me?" No one officially confirmed who she was talking to, but insiders say it was directed at someone close, someone who betrayed her trust, someone connected to the circumstances of Von's death. This voice note shattered the illusion of the tight-knit family we all thought existed. Fans were shook. Was this an inside job? Was Von's death really what it seemed? The whole community was left grappling with questions no one wanted to ask out loud. Meanwhile, Lil Durk's camp went radio silent, fueling the fire. Durk had always been the pillar of strength for Von, but sources say he was devastated not only by the loss, but by what he discovered after the fact. Emotions ran high during a private meeting between Durk and Von's closest people. According to an insider, Durk was furious, pacing the room, shouting, "This wasn't just some random attack. Someone close set Von up." That kind of accusation was dangerous. It cracked open wounds that were barely healed and pitted friends against each other. The family was left divided, trust eroding fast. Some sided with Durk, others with Von's original crew, and the streets watched as loyalties shifted like quicksand. The fallout didn't stay behind closed doors for long. On Twitter and Instagram, hashtags like Duo Durk vs Von and Duo Asian Doll Exposed started trending, with fans picking sides and the comment sections turning into battlegrounds. Conspiracy theories exploded. Some believed Asian Doll knew more than she let on and was being silenced. Others thought Durk was hiding the real story to protect his own image. Fan accounts blew up overnight, reposting every snippet, every hint. Fueling rumors spiraled out of control. Amidst the chaos, a new player entered the scene. An anonymous source leaked supposed audio recordings from the night Von died. These recordings allegedly captured conversations between some members of Von's crew and rival gang affiliates. The implication? Von might have been betrayed by people in his inner circle, with ties to the same streets that both protected and hunted him. If true, this meant the death was orchestrated, not a random act of violence. The revelation sent shockwaves through the rap community, making everyone question who to trust. The situation got even messier when rumors started swirling about Asian Doll's role. Some claimed she was caught in the crossfire, a pawn used by bigger players trying to control Chicago's rap throne. Her social media silence only added fuel to the fire. But then, out of nowhere, she dropped a cryptic post, a line from a song about loyalty and betrayal, hinting she wasn't just a victim, but a player with her own agenda. This move split fans further. Was she playing chess or checkers? Was she trying to clear her name or throw shade? Lil Durk, known for keeping his cards close, started posting vague but emotional messages, thanking fans for support and asking for patience. Yet the silence on the details kept everyone guessing. Insiders say Durk was working behind the scenes, trying to piece together the truth while managing a growing storm of family drama. This wasn't just about music anymore. It was about survival, personal and professional. At the same time, some of Von's family members were publicly calling out Durk, accusing him of withholding information and not doing enough to seek justice. On the flip side, Durk's supporters defended him fiercely, saying he was grieving and navigating a minefield. This public tension made what was already messy into a full-blown media circus. Then, the online drama spiraled further with viral clips of heated exchanges between Von's crew and Durk's associates leaked on social media. In one clip, you hear someone yell, "You let him die, bro! How you gonna stand there and do nothing?" Emotions ran high, and it was clear the family wasn't just dealing with grief. They were battling suspicion and anger that threatened to blow everything apart. All this drama got amplified by the fans who took it to the next level, turning comment sections into war zones. Some accused Asian Doll of betrayal, others called out Durk for not being transparent, and conspiracy theorists went wild with theories about secret deals and cover-ups. Every rumor seemed crazier than the last, but that's the thing. In this game, truth often gets lost in the noise. Right when you thought the story couldn't get any more tangled, a new twist dropped. A previously unknown figure emerged, someone who claimed to have been close to both Durk and Von, and who allegedly had key information about what really happened the night of the shooting. This person, who stayed anonymous for safety, hinted at a betrayal, not just personal but strategic. A power move disguised as loyalty. This revelation made the streets buzz again, with some saying Chicago rap was facing a reckoning that could change the game forever. It wasn't just about money or fame anymore. It was about control, trust, and survival in a world where one wrong move could mean death. As the smoke settled on part 1 of this saga, one thing was clear: nothing was what it seemed. Lil Durk and Asian Doll were caught in a storm they never asked for, but it looked like they were fighting to control the narrative and protect what remained of their family and legacy. And just when you think the silence might settle, the streets kept talking, and the drama was far from over. That's where we gotta pause for a sec. Because what comes next? The truth starts unraveling even faster. And trust me, you don't want to miss the story gets even messier. That anonymous source who stepped out of the shadows. They weren't just any random dude. This person was rumored to be an OG from Chicago's streets. Someone with ties to both Lil Durk's camp and King Von's crew. Insiders say this figure had been playing both sides, moving in the background like a chess master, pulling strings most people didn't even realize were there. According to what I've gathered, this source claimed that the night King Von died wasn't just a tragic accident or some street beef gone wrong. It was a setup, a carefully planned ambush. The plan? To take Von out and send a message to Durk's camp, shaking the foundations of Chicago's rap scene and paving the way for new players to rise. But what shocked everyone was who might have been involved. Rumors started pointing fingers at people inside Von's own circle. Trusted friends who, for reasons still unclear, may have turned against him. Fans and insiders alike were left stunned. How could loyalty crumble so fast? How deep did this betrayal run? Some said it was about money, that with Von's star rising, there was jealousy and competition brewing even within the closest crews. Others whispered about street politics and alliances shifting, where yesterday's brothers could be tomorrow's enemies. And Asian Doll, Well, the rumors around her just kept growing. Word on the street was that Asian Doll had been caught in the middle of this power struggle. Some said she knew more than she let on, maybe even had conversations that could blow the whole thing wide open. Her silence was deafening, and every vague post on her socials sent fans scrambling for clues. Was she protecting Lil Durk? Was she trying to stay alive in a dangerous game? Or was there a more complicated story behind her cryptic messages? Meanwhile, the tension between Durk and Von's family reached a boiling point. Sources tell me that after Von's death, there was a secret meeting, a gathering that was supposed to bring peace, but ended in accusations flying. Apparently, Durk confronted some of Von's closest people, demanding answers. Emotions ran high. One person there said Durk was furious, yelling, "You don't mess with family like this." But others fired back, saying Durk wasn't as innocent as he seemed. The family was left divided, and the bonds that once held them together began to fray. The internet exploded with every leaked detail. Viral clips showed heated arguments, snippets of phone calls, and even text messages that hinted at double-crossing and distrust. Fans picked apart every word, making conspiracy theories trend like wildfire. Some believed Lil Durk was trying to cover up a dirty secret, while others thought Von's crew was playing a dangerous game of smoke and mirrors. In the middle of all this chaos, Asian Doll made a rare public appearance on social media. She posted a video, her voice shaky but defiant, saying she wasn't going to be a victim or a pawn. "This ain't about clout or drama," she said. "It's about truth and loyalty. If you want to know what happened, look beyond the surface." That message only added fuel to the fire, with fans debating whether she was confessing, threatening, or just caught in the middle. Then, just when it seemed like the story couldn't get any deeper, new leaks dropped that changed the entire narrative. An insider revealed that some members of Von's crew had been secretly talking to rival gangs, the very same rivals who were behind the ambush that killed Von. This wasn't just loose talk. It was recorded on audio clips that later surfaced online. In one clip, voices can be heard plotting, laughing about a job gone right. The implication: Von's death was the result of a betrayal so cold it cut through the streets like a knife. The streets went wild with this news. Loyalty, once sacred, was now questioned by everyone. The narrative shifted from mourning to suspicion. Fans began asking, who can you really trust when everyone's got an angle? Was this a warning to Lil Durk? Was Asian Doll in danger? The stakes were higher than ever. At the same time, Durk's own camp was dealing with pressure. Some insiders said Durk was trying to hold his crew together, balancing grief with the need to respond. Reports emerged of secret meetings, phone calls, and even threats being exchanged behind the scenes. It was like watching a war unfold, but the battlefield was Chicago's rap scene. But here's the kicker. Just as things were spiraling, a surprising ally appeared. A well-known Chicago rapper who had stayed mostly out of the drama publicly stepped up to defend Asian Doll and Lil Durk, calling for peace and unity. This move shocked fans because this rapper was known for keeping it real and not sugarcoating anything. Their message was clear. Enough of the betrayal and rumors. Let's find the truth and heal before the whole scene burns down. Yet, not everyone was ready to listen. Haters and trolls flooded social media, turning comment sections into toxic war zones. Fights broke out over who was telling the truth, who was lying, and who was responsible for King Von's death. The lines between fans, friends, and foes blurred, and the drama became more than just entertainment. It was personal for so many involved. Amidst all this, some new footage leaked from the night of Von's death. Blurry, shaky videos that showed figures moving fast, voices shouting, and then gunshots. The videos didn't reveal everything, but fueled more questions than answers. Who was holding the gun? Who was running? And was there really someone inside Von's crew that night who turned on him? The more the story unfolded, the more it felt like Chicago's rap scene was on the edge of a breaking point. The rivalry wasn't just about music anymore. It was about survival, respect, and control. And with Asian Doll and Lil Durk caught in the eye of the storm, the pressure was mounting. So yeah, this saga is far from over. What started as a tragic loss turned into a messy, emotional, and dangerous drama full of secrets and lies. And the next part? It dives even deeper. With betrayals revealed, relationships shattered, and new players stepping into the light. So, we left off on that shaky video footage from the night King Von died. Blurry, chaotic, full of shadows and questions. That clip wasn't just some random leak, it was a catalyst. It pushed the story into overdrive because suddenly, fans and insiders weren't just talking about rumors anymore. They were demanding answers. And the pressure was on Lil Durk, Asian Doll, and Von's whole circle to respond. Sources close to Durk's camp say that after the footage dropped, emotions ran higher than ever. Durk was reportedly furious, not just about losing Von, but about how the situation was being twisted and weaponized online. One insider said he felt like everything was spiraling out of control. The pain was real, but so was the anger. He started questioning who around him was really loyal. Those words hit hard, because loyalty in Chicago's rap world isn't just a word, it's survival. Meanwhile, Asian Doll's silence was no longer an option. She broke her social media quiet with a series of raw, emotional posts that made it clear she was done being played. In one video, her eyes red from crying, she said, "This ain't about sides, it's about truth, and I'm tired of people using me to spread lies." Fans saw a new side of her, vulnerable but strong, cornered but fighting back. This opened up a whole new wave of support, but also brought new enemies out of the woodwork. On the flip side, Von's family grew restless. The grief they had been trying to process was now tangled with frustration and suspicion. Some family members publicly accused Lil Durk of hiding key details about the night of Von's death. A cousin posted a cryptic message on Instagram, "We deserve answers. Silence ain't peace." This added fuel to the social media firestorm, dividing fans even more. Then came the biggest bombshell yet. Leaked texts surfaced between Asian Doll and someone allegedly from Von's crew. Messages dripping with tension and hints at betrayal. One message read, "You don't know what you're messing with," while another said, "This ends when the truth comes out." The leak sent shockwaves. People wondered if Asian Doll had a falling out with Von's team before his death. Was she caught in a crossfire she never asked for? The streets were buzzing non-stop. Talk of secret meetings in hidden spots, late-night phone calls, and covert plans to either expose or protect certain people became the norm. Some insiders said that certain members of Von's crew were willing to spill everything to clear their names, but fear of retaliation kept them silent. Trust was at an all-time low. Amidst the chaos, a surprising development shook the rap world. A rival Chicago rapper, someone known for their fiery clashes with Lil Durk, publicly called for an end to the drama. On a live stream, they said, "Enough blood has been spilled. It's time to stop tearing each other down and start building back up. If we don't, the streets win." This message caught a lot of attention, showing that even enemies were feeling the weight of the feud. But here's where it gets even crazier. An unreleased verse from King Von mysteriously surfaced online, where he seemingly hinted at knowing about fake friends and traitors in his circle. The verse was raw, emotional, and chilling. It sounded like a warning, a cry for help, or maybe a final truth bomb before his death. Fans dissected every line, trying to piece together who Von was talking about, and the speculation was wild. At the same time, social media war zones exploded. Hashtags like #Who betrayed Von and Truth for Von trended for days. Comment sections turned toxic as supporters of Durk, Von, and Asian Doll went head-to-head. Some accused Durk of orchestrating a cover-up. Others blamed Von's crew for internal drama, and conspiracy theorists linked everything to bigger street politics. It was messy, emotional, and downright exhausting. In the middle of this, Asian Doll dropped another bombshell. In an Instagram story, she shared a photo of herself with a blurred-out text message screenshot, with the caption, "When the ones closest to you become strangers." Fans immediately assumed it was a subtle jab at people in Von's camp or even Durk's inner circle. This sent the rumor mill into overdrive. Meanwhile, Durk was reportedly keeping a low profile, focusing on his music but still feeling the sting of the drama. Insiders say he's been working non-stop to keep his team together and protect his legacy. A source told me, "Durk knows what's at stake. This isn't just about the past. It's about what comes next for Chicago rap." The pressure to stay relevant while managing personal loss was weighing heavy. But even with all the chaos, new alliances started forming behind the scenes. Some younger artists from Chicago reportedly reached out to both Durk and Asian Doll, trying to mediate peace and prevent the city's rap scene from tearing itself apart. These peace talks were hush-hush, but showed there was still hope for healing. Yet the real question on everyone's mind was this: who killed King Von? Was it really a rival gang? Was it someone close to him? Or was it a tangled web of betrayal and politics no one wanted to admit? Every new detail seemed to pull the story in different directions, keeping fans hooked but frustrated. And just as the drama seemed to reach its peak, a shocking leak surfaced. A snippet of a phone call between Durk and an unknown person discussing cleaning up the mess and making sure the truth doesn't get out. This clip ignited the internet. Some saw it as proof Durk was hiding something. Others said it was taken out of context. Either way, it added another layer of mystery to the already complex saga. The story was becoming more than just a rap feud. It was a living, breathing thriller unfolding in real time. Emotions ran wild. Trust broke down, and the family was left divided like never before. Fans stayed glued to their screens, waiting for the next move, the next reveal, the next scandal. And just when you think you've heard it all, the next chapter promised even more twists, betrayals, and revelations. Right after that leaked phone call sent shockwaves through the internet. The entire Chicago rap scene was buzzing louder than ever. Emotions were sky high, trust was hanging by a thread, and everybody wanted answers. But the truth, it was buried deep beneath layers of lies, loyalty, and betrayal. Lil Durk and Asian Doll found themselves right in the center of a storm they never signed up for. Durk, still reeling from Von's death, was now dealing with a whole new level of pressure. His people said he was exhausted, caught between defending himself against the rumors and protecting his family's legacy. One close source told me, "Durk's been holding it down, but you can see the weight on him. It's not just about music anymore, it's about survival." And survival in Chicago's streets means making hard decisions, sometimes ones that come with heavy consequences. Asian Doll, meanwhile, wasn't backing down. After that leaked phone call clip, she went on a social media spree, calling out fake friends, betrayal, and the harsh realities of the rap game. Fans saw a side of her that was fierce, unapologetic, and ready to fight for the truth. One message she posted said, "I don't owe anyone silence, especially when my name's being dragged through the mud." That energy earned her mad respect, but also made her more enemies. But here's where the story got even more explosive. A new piece of intel surfaced that no one saw coming. A previously unheard conversation leaked between King Von and Asian Doll, recorded just weeks before Von's death. In the clip, Von sounds worried, almost paranoid. He talks about people close to us who aren't who they say they are, and watching your back even when you think you don't have to. The vibe was heavy, like Von knew something was coming but didn't know who to trust. This leak blew the whole narrative wide open. Fans dissected every word, trying to connect dots that led to new suspects and fresh conspiracies. Was Asian Doll involved in something deeper? Was Von's death the result of a betrayal so close it cut deeper than any bullet? The city's rap fans were losing sleep over this. Durk's camp quickly responded, calling the leaked audio manipulated and taken out of context. But the damage was done. The rumor mill turned into a full-blown frenzy, and for the first time, some insiders admitted the whole situation was spiraling out of control. One source whispered, "This isn't just a feud anymore. It's a war and nobody's safe." Then, just when you thought things couldn't get more chaotic, a shocking twist dropped. A member of Von's original crew came forward anonymously and revealed that there was an inside plot to take Von out, involving people who were jealous of his rise and saw him as a threat. This insider claimed that Asian Doll was aware of the plan, but was caught in a dangerous game between loyalty to Von and protecting herself. This revelation set off a chain reaction. Durk's supporters called foul, accusing the insider of trying to stir the pot and break the family apart. Von's loyalists said it was the truth finally coming to light. Social media exploded into a frenzy of debates, heated arguments, and new hashtags trending like wildfire. Amidst all this, some unexpected players started to emerge. Younger Chicago rappers, who had been silent so far, began speaking out about the toxicity in the scene and called for healing. One said on a live stream, "We gotta stop letting beefs and drama control us. King Von's death should have been a wake-up call, not a reason to keep fighting." This sparked a hopeful vibe for some fans that peace could be possible. But the reality was harsher. Sources say that behind closed doors, the feuds were intensifying and alliances were shifting fast. Some people close to Durk and Asian Doll were reportedly making moves to take advantage of the chaos, trying to climb the ladder while others were distracted by the drama. The stakes were getting higher and the game more dangerous. And of course, the fans kept watching every move. YouTube channels blew up with breakdowns, theories, and exclusive insider info. The comment sections were battlegrounds, with supporters and haters battling it out daily. Every new post from Durk or Asian Doll was scrutinized for hidden messages. Every interview or song lyric was analyzed like a clue in a crime mystery. As this all unfolded, one thing became clear. The death of King Von wasn't just a tragic loss, it was the spark that ignited years of hidden secrets, betrayals, and family drama that no one wanted to see out in the open. Lil Durk and Asian Doll were caught between loyalty to their past and survival in a world where trust was scarce and every move counted. And as the smoke cleared from this latest chapter, the question on everyone's lips was, what happens next? Will these revelations tear the Chicago rap scene apart for good? Or can there still be peace and justice for King Von? This saga is far from over, and trust me, whatever happens next will change the game forever. So there you have it, fam. The wildest, most twisted story behind King Von's death that Lil Durk and Asian Doll never wanted out. Betrayal, secrets, family drama, and street politics all tangled up in a mess that's tearing Chicago's rap scene apart. Emotions ran high, trust broke down, and the internet has been on fire non-stop trying to figure out what really happened. Will this feud destroy their careers for good, or is there still a chance for peace and redemption? Now, I want to know what you think. Who's telling the truth? Who's hiding something? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. No cap, we want to hear the realest takes. Smash that like button if you're all about that raw, unfiltered rap drama. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss the next explosive update. Trust me, this story's just getting started, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, keep it locked right here for the hottest rap news and drama you can't find anywhere else. Peace. Peace.